12 years. It took 12 years. It took 12 years. I've never actually cried. I've never actually cried. I've never been the mom to cry on my kid's birthday because it was irritating the shit out of me when my mom would do that. And I just was talking to him for a second, and I just looked at him, and it just hit me. And it wasn't even, and I literally was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I ran back here because I don't want him to see me cry. Over that. He sees me cry every other time, so I don't want him to see it today. But it was weird. It was like I looked at him and I thought about the fact that he's 12. Look at my fucking third eye, bitch. It's horrible. No, it's lovely. I love it, actually. Wow, okay, yeah, because God was saying, yeah, the third eye that's what gave you the vision of, because what I was going to say was, I looked at him and I saw this, like, quick reel. It was like an Instagram reel of a flash of the 12 years. And how so much has changed. So many people have come and gone. And when I settled, you know, when I moved out and I had a kid at 18 and then was married and had kids, like I did that with the full intent of thinking that it was forever. And I was naive and I had no clue that that is also contingent on other people choosing that forever. And I don't know if it's an autism thing, but it's like it never had occurred to me that, like, because my parents are still married. They've been married for like 40 fucking years. 43, 44 years now, I don't know. And it never ever had registered or occurred to me. Wow, this is actually way deeper than I thought it was. It never occurred to me that there was even a possibility of, like, when I had I had him out of wedlock, which I had always felt guilty about. I was pregnant with my second when me and their dad got married. And this was after he had been arrested for domestic violence while I was pregnant with my second. But I was so naive. I never really understood. Like, I never knew that I was entering into that. And that it was also contingent on the other person thinking or choosing that too. Like, I never even knew that was something that was a possibility, that, like, it wouldn't work out. Like, I didn't, and it sounds so stupid, because I've always, I knew divorce was a thing. I don't know, I didn't realize that. And the last 12 years have been absolute heartache and pain for me and that kid. And when I looked at him and I said happy birthday, and I just, like, I saw a glimpse of everything, and then it was weird. It was like, wow, it was like, he's been the only constant. And I know that's a crazy thing to say, because I'm his mom, and I've been his only constant. He didn't, if I wouldn't have shown up and been stable, nobody else would have been. Because everybody has left us and disappointed us and hurt us. Everybody. It was just weird. It was just crazy to see this. It was this final realization that, like, the only thing that's yours is what you make. And I know that sounds weird to say when it's regarding a person, but, like, I birthed him. I don't mean yours, like, as in ownership. I mean, like, the only thing that will stick by you is what comes from you. Wow. Sorry, God is, like, giving me that right now. It's like this it's like the thought of like, well, you can only have your own back. Like, no one else will show up for you. And I'm like, I am not perfect, and there's so many parts of my parenthood that I feel like are shameful and embarrassing, and I feel bad about, but I've always been the constant, and I've showed up for him. And so it was this weird, like, it was like a double-edged sword of, wow, he's been the only person to be by my side for 12 years. He's been the only person who hasn't left. Or who hasn't been sick of me. And even if he was, I would understand. I understand, you know what I mean? I don't mean it in like in a narc mom way of like, I don't mean it like that. It's just that he's been the only one who has seen Val. Wow, that's what it is. Oh, that is fucked up. Wow, it's healing a wound I didn't even know I had, of that he's been the only one who has seen value in me consistently. And I gave other people, I gave my first husband, I gave my second husband, I gave them as much as I give my son. Wow, this is so fucked up. I swear some part of me is healing as I say it out loud, and it's like weird, and I'm trying not to feel like a fucking selfish mom, but I guess that's why I came in the bathroom, to have a moment, because I'm not gonna cry to him about it on his birthday. I don't know, I feel like it's cringe, and I'm not gonna do it, but I did want to I needed to get it out. Wow. Truly, the best part of waking up is when your soul's fucked up. That's my new theme song. That's my new motto. It's just weird when you finally wake up. I've been in autopilot. I have been in fight or flight for my entire life. And waking up for me has been coming out of that. And looking at pictures of, or it's happened unsuspectingly, like this morning, getting the, years ago on this day, pictures of my son on his first birthday, and I'm leaning over and I'm giving him his cake, and I was pregnant with my second, and I'm beautiful. And it was the first time I looked at that, and I'm like, wow, I fucking got this. I was just pure, and I had no idea that what I thought was I was walking into was contingent on the other person. I had no idea. I thought that if I was in it all the way, that it would be I guess it took me 12 years to learn that lesson. You can give your all to something, but if it doesn't receive it, wow. Stop, that's fucked up. God is showing me the idea of you can mail a package to someone's door, but if they refuse the package, was it your fault? You mailed it, you sent it there, you gave them everything that you had in that package, in that box, you mailed them your heart. But if the mailman's gonna stop by and you're gonna say, oh, that's not mine, I don't want it. Wow. That has no reflection on like your worth, right? You still put everything you had in that box. And what happens when that person refuses the package? It goes back to the post office and it gets sent, it gets returned to sender, right? And it comes back to you. And right now I'm just in a season of life where I am holding on knowing that it's going to come back to me. Wow, this is fucked up. Especially that I just looked at the timer at 10:46. This has been recording for 10 minutes and 46 seconds. Well, now 10:55. 55 means change, but 10:46 was my birth time. Wow. Malachi was born at 9:51. Malachi's name means God's messenger. Wow. Okay, you can't tell me that God isn't in everything, and you can't tell me that when you look at my shit and you see the things that I have overcome, and this is directly for people who know me personally. If you're watching this and you've just followed me or whatever, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. Maybe you do. Maybe you will from a relatable standpoint. But personally, for family who have no contact with now, or just people who judge, sorry, got a text. People who would look at me and think that I have gone astray. You can't see all the intricacies and everything and tell me that's not God. Because you want to say it's a coincidence, and when you call it a coincidence, you're denying the act of God. And you are directly judging. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. You're directly judging God's provisions in someone else's life, and you are casting evil on it. Wow. So you're doing, in a way, you're doing the whole return to sender thing, but to God. You're rejecting his amazingness. Even if it's in someone else's life, it doesn't fucking matter. When you call a coincidence a coincidence, when you want to say that spiritual things don't exist, when you want to say that intricacies and synchronicities and divine timing and crazy, oh, it's God's sense of humor. No, it's God's gift. Oh, that was a coincidence. That was eerie. That was creepy. That's too much. That's too eerie and close for me. That hits too close to home. That's too synchronistic. No, that's God, and you're rejecting him with that. But you're so quick to point out what's blasphemous. Wow. Yeah, I gotta go be a mom, but make it make sense, bitch.